So while we are getting crazy 360Hz refresh rates on the high-end flagship monitors, the real benefit of technology advancing for general consumers is that you can get very good gaming monitors at more affordable prices, and we have the Lenovo G24-20 with us today, which offers an IPS panel with a 165Hz refresh rate at a very good price of around 19,000 rupees or $270. Hey guys, I am Siddharth and let's see if this can be your next gaming monitor. Inside the box, you will find the typical monitor things like a DisplayPort cable, a power cable, and the stand for the monitor, which can be easily installed on the panel with just 4 screws. The stand of the G24 looks quite good and chunky, but it is a little too wobbly for how good it looks. The base is kind of big and has these blue accents, so people know that this is a gaming monitor, though I am not sure if this is helping it aesthetically. The stand offers tilt and height adjustment, which is nice to see in this price range, and in case you don't like the stand, you can replace this with any VISA compatible arm. Other than that, the monitor looks quite decent. I like the boxy design at the back because it looks clean, and on the front we also have thin bezels with a thicker chin at bottom. The power supply is also built into this monitor, so you won't have an adapter hanging around, and we also have a clip for some basic cable management. For I/O, we have an audio jack along with 2 HDMI 2.0 ports and a DisplayPort 1.2. You can run this at Full HD 165Hz on all 3 of these ports. All the controls are at the back of the monitor, and even though every monitor doesn't need to have joysticks, the buttons on this are offset from the OSD menu, so you have to do some guesswork, which makes it a little difficult to operate. Though it does offer some basic gaming features like dark levels booster and showing an FPS counter. The display panel is a 23.8-inch IPS panel with a Full HD resolution, and it also has a refresh rate of 165Hz, which is slightly higher than the 144Hz panels that you typically see. Being an 8-bit IPS panel with 99% of sRGB color gamut coverage, the colors on this panel look quite nice and punchy without looking oversaturated, and you can also activate an sRGB mode if you want more accuracy. You can adjust the white balance with custom levels for RGB channels, so in addition to being great for gaming, this should also work very well for media consumption and even some content creation. Being an IPS panel, it offers great viewing angles, and the backlight bleeding on my unit was also very well controlled with only one small bright spot visible in one corner. At 350 nits of brightness, this is going to be plenty bright for gaming in well-lit rooms, and it also has an HDR mode, but it isn't something that you should have high expectations from. As for its response time performance, I think that it is decent for a 165Hz IPS monitor. There are 5 total overdrive settings, and while they don't make a lot of difference, I would recommend using the level 3 overdrive mode because that reduces the trails of objects slightly without introducing visible overshooting like the level 4 overdrive. Do give this video a thumbs up if you're enjoying it, and you can also subscribe with bell so you don't miss out on future videos. The monitor also supports backlight strobing, so you can turn MPRT on, and that will really eliminate a lot of the motion blur. Even though I am fine with the double image effect that you see with this monitor's backlight strobing, turning it on kind of reduces the brightness too much for gaming in a well-lit room. So even though this mode works quite well, you will have to decide whether you're okay with the brightness level that this reduces itself to. The G24-20 supports FreeSync, which means that it is also G-Sync compatible, so you won't face screen tearing issues when you can't deliver full 165 frames per second to it, but you cannot use backlight strobing and adaptive sync together like most monitors. The gaming experience on this monitor is quite nice as you would expect. 165Hz of refresh rate does give you major advantages over 360Hz, and a jump to 240 or even 360Hz doesn't give you that big of a practical advantage, so this is a very good sweet spot, and with the vibrant colors of its IPS panel, you'll also be able to differentiate between in-game objects easily. So overall, at the price of around 19,000 rupees or $250, the Lenovo G24-20 is a really good value for money because it delivers very well on the basics of a gaming monitor without the extra stuff that you may not really need. Few things that I don't like about this monitor is how the OSD menu is kind of difficult to operate, and the backlight strobing mode would have been more useful if it was brighter, but these things are not really going to keep you from getting a great gaming experience on this monitor, and this is also quite good for media consumption and general desktop use because of the general goodness of its panel. So I'll have links to check this out in the video description. Let me know what you think about this monitor in the comment section. Thumbs up if you liked it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.